Here is an issue that I see beginning teachers struggle with all the time. What do I do when I make a mistake? If you are in this career over the long term, there is a 100% chance you're going to make some mistakes. The trick is to keep them small and don't have any career-ending mistakes. Now, this is what you should do. First of all, let's talk about mistakes. I see beginning teachers struggle with what happens if I drop a cuss word, what happens if I tell a student to shut up or something. Well, those probably aren't career enders as long as it's not a consistent pattern. If it's a consistent pattern, you need to do something to fix it or deal with it. But if over the course of a year you drop a four-letter word once in a while, you may get some parent phone calls. You may end up in the principal's office, but that's probably not a career ender as long as it's not a consistent pattern. What is a career ender is if you're using racial slurs or derogatory terms or being mean to students. If there's something that is mean-spirited, derogatory, or racial, those are career enders, and they should be. Absolutely 100%. You don't need to be in the classroom. But if you're dropping an accidental four-letter word or something like the S word or even the F bomb, something like that, as long as it's not directed towards somebody and it's accidental, or if you lose your temper over the course of your career and say shut up to a student, that's probably not a career ender as long as it only happens once or twice. Um, Here's what you should do. This is what you tuned in for. Is the first thing should do is apologize to the student. That might be the next day. Certainly, at some point, if you directed a comment to a student, there needs to be an apology. And the second thing is, and I learned this from coaching, is that you should give your principal or an assistant principal a heads up that there might be a parent phone call coming. And this is how I've handled it because I have dropped a few four-letter words over the course of my career, never directed towards anybody, nothing ever mean-spirited or derogatory, but maybe shit or something like that. It occasionally happens every couple of years. And what you do is you alert your principal, say, "Hey, I said it. This is the context, so you have the exact context. If you receive any parent phone calls, I did say it. I apologize. I'm going to go talk to the students right now and apologize to them." Um, I'll give you a perfect example of this. We actually had a school shooting, and I did a question and answer session with the students after the school shooting. They were asking me lots of questions, and they asked me, should we be in school the next day after a school shooting? And I told them, I go, and you can quote me on this. I go, I don't let assholes run my life. So I'm not going to not come to school because some asshole decided to shoot somebody in the bathroom. Now, should I have said it? Who knows? But I went to the principal. I told him, yes, I did say it. If you get any parent phone calls, this is the context. I was telling the students that I don't let what I should have said is jerks run my life, and that I do believe we should be in school the next day to resume some semblance of normalcy since it was an isolated uh, incident. So, um, that's kind of an example of giving somebody a heads up. Administrators don't like to be blindsided. They like to know what's coming so they can be prepared for it. You're going to end up with much bigger issues if your administrator is blindsided with something you did or said. They will generally take up for you and do the best they can to walk you through situations. Um, Give you another example. I don't even remember what the issue was, but for some reason I apologized to one of my classes. And one of my, I would say, top five students of all time, he was at the time running a $1 billion pharmaceutical company. And I talked to him one day and I go, hey, In my class, what is the greatest thing you learned during my class? And I was expecting, because I teach science, some scientific concept or something that he had picked up along the way. He said, what I learned from your class is it's okay to be wrong and it's okay to apologize. And I said, that's the biggest thing that you learned from my class. He goes, yeah. He goes, because you apologized to the class a couple times. And what I learned is it's okay to be wrong. It's okay to make mistakes as long as you apologize and handle it the right way. And when I thought about that, I was like, how powerful is that? That this particularly successful student who's running a billion-dollar pharmaceutical company, that's what he took away from my class. So it can be the teachable moment. Knowing the right way and the right time to apologize and who to alert to give a heads up is an important part of teaching. I say it all the time. Embrace your humanity. You're human. You're going to make mistakes. It's okay. Keep them small. Don't make them career enders and learn from them. Try not to repeat them. The one thing I know that I will do before my career ends is I will make another dozen mistakes or so, and I'll probably end up apologizing for something. So embrace that, understand you're human, and you can model the behavior for your students. And it might be the greatest thing they take away from your class. Well, keep being heroes out there. If you've picked up anything that's helped you on this video, please like it and have a great school year. Thanks.